I
Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of the Cuz We Can podcast, heading into week 9, episode 10. Um what a weekend of football. I think the average margin of victory was 18 points. So, you're going to get those weeks every now and again, and I'm glad it was this week cuz boy was I bad. I actually went out this morning. I got my eyes checked because I couldn't see the board to save my life. I mean, I had my phone right here. I couldn't see left, right, middle, who's the dog, who's the winner. So I went and got my eyes checked for the listeners this week because I got to come storming. It was a bad week for Cheeto. How about you, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
I feel fantastic. See, I'm the quite opposite of you, Cheeto. I hit everything I touched last week. I don't know if you guys follow the Instagram, but there are a couple stories that I posted even today. That's exactly how I rolled up to the studio, and I feel great about it. Looking forward for the party tonight that we have for you guys for the next hour.
walking on water,
Max.
Cheeto. Walking
Yep.
on water, Cheeto. It felt easy this week. Everything I said on the podcast happened. Everything I said that wouldn't happen didn't happen. I know you already said a few words. I appreciate what you said about your eyes. I thought you would have gouged those things out by the time we got to this podcast, but I think the floor is yours, Cheeto. I think you owe not only me and Diamonds an apology, but the entire Cuz We Can community an apology. You made an emotional pick with the
Yeah.
Panthers. I don't want to dive into the recap too much, but do you want to broadly overlook the week that you had and the disappointment that you caused our growing, emerging fan base?
Yeah, and the one person that's gonna really understand what I'm saying here is gonna be my good friend of mine, Joe Higgins. And when I just hear this just constant glazing, I do get an emotional reaction when I hear people just constantly glazing
Yeah.
Josh Allen. I mean, it's not like anyone's counting, but Jalen Hurts does have more passing touchdowns than Josh Allen right now. But whatever, whatever. Um,
Here we go.
and you hear that, and you hear Diamonds hopping on it, and and just talking crap about this Panthers team, which I weirdly have a soft spot for. Which, should I? Probably not. Yeah, and I make an emotional pick there, and then the real bad one was I just traded for Derrick Henry. And what I do want to say is Lamar Jackson was supposed to play in that game. So I took Derrick Henry over rushing yards, and I did take the Panthers +7. That's what they were talking about for the listeners. Lamar Jackson was supposed to play in that game. If he plays in that game, I'm convinced Derrick Henry gets his rushing prop. But was it an emotional bet because I just traded for Derrick Henry? It was. So
The emotional bet was the Panthers.
Was the Panthers. That's all I'm talking
hand
about. So
up
don't give them.
accountability. Sunday
I don't
Night
care at
Football.
all
Let me just
about
dive
Derrick
into it.
Henry.
Yeah, we don't care about Derrick Henry. Yeah, that was a great game script for
Oh,
Derrick Henry. They were up the entire game, and he just didn't get it. That's fine. We don't care about that. You had a little showdown with me and Max last week about the damn Panthers. I know you maybe thought that Bryce Young was supposed to play. You can admit that wouldn't have mattered because the Bills just shoved it down their throat 8 different times, touching the pay dirt, scored 40 points. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the show. Cheeto, if you want to pull up the board, I don't know if you did it this week, but we can go through it quickly and then get into our picks. Let's
Let's get
Diamonds,
see.
into
gotta
it.
appreciate you moving the ball forward on this podcast. I think we get a little laid back sometimes. Cheeto, he's long-winded. We all know that, but you push the ball forward. Dive into this recap for us, Cheeto.
Yeah. Again, yeah, I get long winded, and I feel like I got to explain everything. But I was bad. The Panthers suck. So let me just dive into it. Diamonds with just an incredible week. James Cook hit this in the first half. Bills hit that in the first half, and his pick'em was an absolute. Actually, Steelers, dive into that for me real quick. Diamonds. That was so lucky.
Yeah, Bills pick them, Eagles pick them were super easy. Called that straight away. I mean, the Steelers game, it should have hit. Like, it was a great bet until it wasn't. Then it was a good bet because we covered late. They were up 16-7 at half. The Steelers were. I mean, I was licking my chops. I probably should have hedged, I guess, a little bit and took the Packers money line. I don't know. But then the Packers just did whatever they wanted to on offense. And that Steelers defense is so bad and so
Switch
hard to
cheese.
watch. But ended up covering. The back door was open. I found the key, unlocked the door. We did it. I'm happy that the teaser hit. And then Cheeto, it looks like we have opposite colors. Mine are all green, and then yours are all red. You can go through it quick. I know you went over Derrick Henry and Panthers.
Yeah, Derrick Henry got screwed with the Ravens. The Ravens should be sued and investigated for their handling Lamar Jackson through the week. Panthers, worst pick I've ever taken in my entire life, emotional pick. And then the Steelers, I'm a Rodgers guy. I always will be. I like the Steelers. I like them again this week. Max, the two that matter. Josh Allen, anytime. I think he scored on the second drive of the game. Bengals Jets over. Literally was 150,000 points in that game. And I do want to go over real quick. I'm going to stop sharing this. Your lotto, dude. Your lotto. Oh my God. For the listeners out there, Max had Chase Brown 2+ touchdowns. Check. He had Josh Allen 2+ touchdowns. Check. And then fucking your guy.
Yeah.
Talk to me. How are you feeling when you watch
No,
that?
after the Vikings game, I have some words prepared for the lotto when we get there. I want to talk to the fans. I want to address the situation.
Okay.
I also have a comment on that board because my lotto is not being factored into my overall percentage. Something I want to say about that as well. Tough, man. We don't have a quarterback. I think JJ's he's announced the starter next week. We'll see what happens. It's all let's hope JJ's good mode. I mean, I think everyone's already given up on him. Nonetheless, no, Justin Jefferson, it just didn't get the ball in the end zone. Nothing to be said. I wish that would have been the last game because at least I would have had a little bit of fire. Maybe it would have hurt more, but I would have felt like I was onto something. It was tough to see the other two hit and hit with some real pizzazz with Chase Brown at the end there.
Yeah.
And it all mean nothing. So tough hit. Really stinks, but we're gonna do it again this week. I got another great one lined up, and I'm excited. I'm excited to deliver this one. Got a little presentation coming up for the listeners.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay, perfect. Yeah, the only comment I was gonna have, Diamonds Pick said this the other week. I mean, sometimes Max, I feel like you're just throwing darts, and it's like that little gif of Mike Tyson just hitting the fucking red bullseye.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what it felt like this week. The Jets Bengals over. I remember leaving this show thinking like I told him I like that pick, but I would be shocked if the Jets score more than 10 points. And
Mhm.
wouldn't you know it, there was 68 points in that or 75 points in that game.
Yeah.
So I feel like whatever you got going on between the ears right now, I got to get on the wave. For the listeners out there, I don't know if you saw it. Max is almost at 70% on the two that matter, and that would be the prop bet and the moral lock. So I just got to give you flowers. And then I also, the other thing I wanted to mention is Diamonds for the first time all year is above 50%, or he's at 50%. So good job, Diamonds. Hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, I don't give a shit about the percentage. I'm here for the death ledger, and I just passed you, and you're never gonna get that back. You're never. You might go back and forth with Max. I'm gonna catch Max here in maybe 3 weeks. You guys are never gonna see me again. Never
Yeah.
gonna see me again.
You know what? I'm staying humble. Last week I came in with the shades on. This week I got my reading glasses on. I'm staying humble, and I really dug deep this week. So let's dive into it. The only other thing I wanted to say is a big thank you to my boy, my young Padawan, Ben Zemer, with just an electric, for the listeners out there, just an electric pick. T. Higgins' first touchdown. God. And for the listeners, he scored the second touchdown of the game. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Joe Flacco with just a beautiful spiral T. Higgins down the end zone. It was too bad we weren't on one of those betting websites that give us our money back if they score the second touchdown of the game. Unless they did. Do they, Max? Does Hard Rock?
Nope. Hard Rock does not.
They're a great sponsor of the show. We love them. But Hard Rock, I will say, I think DraftKings is offering that to their
something to consider.
Something to consider.
I also have to say with that bet, that's kind of on us. I mean, Ben gave us the signs with T. Higgins. We obviously should have taken the first touchdown, we should have had the same amount of money on any time. That's kind of on us. I will say. But it was, I mean, great bet. Great bet. I don't care if it missed. That's like some of Max's lotto plays. I'm glad I took them. Even if they're a loser, they're very close. And Ben was sharp as shit. I don't mind having him back on later this year.
Electric guest. Gonna have to have him on back on.
Yes.
Special guest. I told him to get crazy with it. So for those that are already dead to us that are pissed that we might be breaking the rules here, I told him to get crazy with it. He did. He delivered. So he is not dead to us. If you're listening out there, Ben, you're on the list, and you're on the list for a big way for us to come back in the end of the season, to come in and maybe never leave again. Okay. Let's dive into it.
Wait, hold on. Sorry to interrupt one more time. Lastly, we did have a little game we played with our listeners last week about commenting the word "cuz" on the YouTube channel. We see you and we hear you. Thank you for listening for the entire podcast. Did we give you guys a little subtle hint in the title? We sure did. We're gonna help you find the way there. But you guys stayed the course. You guys commented because we know who you are. You will get invited to be a guest pick on this show. We just got to figure out the logistics of it. But yes, we appreciate the full-time listeners of the show.
Yeah. I love that we did that. The only thing that I didn't like is that anybody that did comment "cuz" is definitely rooting against Sam Stratman tonight.
100%.
Yeah, they're rooting against, they want him out of here and they want to hop in here. So let's dive real quick. Before we do, I do have some unfortunate news for the listeners. Due to my horrific performance, nearly every one of our sponsors did drop us. They took one look at my card. They said, nope, we can't have anything to do with that guy. But you know what? I had one call this morning, and normally I had so many, I don't know what to do with them, but I had to answer this one. And, they came in a big way, just like they did back when I was in high school. We got Natural Light. Hey,
all reliable.
It's all reliable. They're always going to be there for you. You can get 4 of them for like $2 at the gas station.
Toyota Camry, set your watch to it.
Does it taste like piss? Sure does. Sure does. But anyway, let's get into it. Crack them open, boys. It's a big week. Let's start it off. Naughty or nice? If anyone's feeling real good, I feel like, I'll go when you guys cue me in. I'm not leading the show now that we're starting the picks. Okay. I don't to.
Let me take this one because I foreshadowed earlier in the year with my first naughty or nice, possibly the first naughty or nice on the Cuz We Can podcast. What I say, boys, when I look at a tight end and I look at their over or under, what number am I looking for? I'm looking for the number 6. I'm looking for the number 6. Okay. I see the number 6. It's an auto under. Okay. That's a max guarantee. You see the number 6. It's an auto under. This man looked like the most talented player ever to step foot on an NFL football field this past week. He really did a dogging on the Pittsburgh Steelers late in that second half. Tucker Kraft. There's no way this guy can keep up what he did in last week. His line is at 60.5. I'd be surprised if he hits half of that. The Panthers are going to be double teaming this guy. No one's letting that white boy get that many yards again. Tucker Kraft under 60.5 receiving yards. That's in Green Bay at noon on Sunday. This was an easy one. This was one where I'm looking through the board, kind of scrambling last second to find something. This one, it looked like the sun was behind it because it was bright and it caught my eye.
I love that. That sounds like one of my picks, Max. Not to say that it's a winner or not, but that's how I kind of look at things. Also, two of Tucker's catches last week were just these crazy, like random catches, and he runs for 50 yards. I love that play. I love water finding its level. He had his career game last week. Absolutely love that play. And I will go here now with my pick.
Well, I was just going to say one thing, and you're going to love hearing this, Max. I hate that play.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I just figured you want
all day.
I figured you want to know that.
Just to say that's just who he is. We know your playbook now, Cheeto. You find a new play. Find a new play.
No, I figured he'd want to know.
Okay. You want me to go or you to go on?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I do have a tricky one here because the odds, I don't know if you guys will accept it, so I'm going to say it. I have My naughty or nice, my nice prop of the week is David Montgomery anytime touchdown. It is minus 130. I don't know if you guys will accept it. I do have a backup in case.
You looking at that on the Hard Rock?
Yeah, I think I saw it on the Hard Rock. Yes.
Double check it, Max. I think I'll take it. I mean, it's
Montgomery
still a
minus
backup, right?
130. Yeah, I think what were you setting the line at? Minus 120?
I think we said minus 120 to plus 120. You broke that rule with Ibuka plus 160 for no reason.
That's a
That
different
hit.
thing. That's a whole
That
different
was,
thing.
that was unconscious by you. I have a backup just in case, but if you guys accept it, I'll take it and I'll give my reasoning.
No problems here, Cheeto.
I'm all good.
Okay. Yeah. David Montgomery, anytime touchdown, minus 130. He's at home against Max's Vikings. Seems like I fade the Vikings a lot here. I think the Lions are coming off a bye. Montgomery had his last two games, didn't reach the end zone. It was the Jahmyr Gibbs show. And I think Montgomery comes back, 1:00 game. I think they kind of route the Vikings here. I wouldn't be surprised if Monty has 2 touchdowns. I think it's going to be a knuckle game this week in Detroit. That's my nice prop.
Is that a little sprinkle?
That's a little Cheeto dust on Monty 2+. I think he's going to have.
Okay.
It's
All right.
it's going to
Remember
be a
that,
Monty
listeners.
game. Yep.
If
Diamond's
anyone remembers,
curiosity.
I mean, when we throw the Cheeto dust around, our percentage is nuts.
Yep.
So just remember that. Keep that in the back pocket. If you got an extra dollar or two, David Montgomery, 2+
Diamond,
touchdowns.
curiosity. What was your backup? Just so we know.
Yeah. Bijan over 66.5 rushing yards.
Good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know.
If you guys want to take that, you can. I still love it. I'm not going to give my reasoning because you might have to pay for that. But
Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon. I'm not going to give you guys 2 props. But Cheeto, I'll throw it to you, bud.
Okay. Mine was pretty simple this week. I took a look around the board. I knew I had to go naughty. When I'm not hitting anything, I know I got to go find somebody that, everybody's going to be on the over. And that way I go ahead and I take the under. Thought I was going to have something clever there. Definitely didn't come to my brain. But, you got this guy named Lamar Jackson battling a hamstring injury. And this might be a little bit of a spiteful under here. But I was just devastated with the way that the fucking Ravens handled that injury. They told everybody all week that, that every sign pointed to him playing, and then all of a sudden he doesn't play. Makes me think that he does have something lingering, but it also makes me think that Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh, I always get them mixed up.
John
Harbaugh is what you call a douchebag. Okay. Because what he did to me was downright just unbelievable.
And make no mistake, he did that to you.
He did that to me, and I know he did. I texted him, and he said, "Ha ha," and it was unbelievable. But what we're going to do this week is Lamar Jackson's rushing total is sitting at 35.5. I just don't believe that he's going to need to run the ball. I believe that John Harbaugh is going to tell him not to run the ball. I think it's going to be a big Derrick Henry week, but he screwed me last week, so I'm not betting on him. So I'm just trying to find a way in the middle here where I could somehow fade Lamar Jackson and not take Derrick Henry. And I know they're going to win the game, but just give me Lamar Jackson under 35.5 rushing yards. We just got to hope to God he doesn't break a big one, but there's just no way in their scheme, in their game plan, the plan is for Lamar Jackson to run all over the football field. I just don't believe it. I don't see it. I think people are going to be on the over, and you can just sit back, relax, and watch him pass for 300 yards and Derrick Henry go all over the football field. So that's my play this week. What are your thoughts, boys?
Thursday night game too.
Thursday night game. You can get this one out of the way early. You can go ahead and fade me early. You do whatever you want to do for the listeners out there.
Seems like you're losing a little bit of faith in your own picks there, Cheeto. Telling the listeners to fade you. This seems like you're coming back with a vengeance here.
It's kind of sad.
I know.
Listen to this.
It was just too bad, Max. I was getting a lot of love on the Instagram. I posted the Braveheart. I really thought I was leading the charge on the Sunday night get out of jail free card. I was 5 in a row on that. And it was a real big gut shot, and it's kind of carrying through the week. But you got to keep going. I'm kind of hoping people fade me so they kind of learn their lesson. When Leo loses, he's gonna bounce back.
When who
He's gonna
loses?
bounce back.
Who's Leo?
Oh, Cheeto. When Cheeto loses, he's gonna bounce back in a big way. It starts this week.
Cheeto, can I ask you a question? The Ravens are 2-5. What do you think their odds are to make the playoffs right now?
Plus 100.
To pick them. Well done.
Yeah, I'm all over it. All over it. All right.
Cheeto,
Well,
I think you and me talked about it like 2 days ago. I mean, I think the Ravens are going to go on a tear. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but their division sucks. I don't know who else they play. The Dolphins are putrid. I think they're going to beat the Dolphins, obviously. I would take that bet, Max. I would take a pick 'em. I think that's good value, honestly, to win the
yeah.
division.
You got the Steelers sliding. You got the Bengals. Joe
No
Flacco probably
quarterback.
not playing this week. I mean, the Browns are the Browns. I mean, I could see him winning the whole damn division.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I like it a lot. I could see him just winning the rest of the games they play.
Well,
So
that's like 10 straight, but yeah.
I can see it. I
Yeah.
can see it. But let's keep going. Let's get into the individual segments here. I'm gonna you guys let me know if you want me to dive into mine. I'll dive into mine. If you guys want to come out with a bang, you come out with a bang.
Is anyone extremely confident in their pick?
No.
No, this is bad. This is bad. I was gonna go last. I was gonna go last if that's okay.
I'll go first. I'll go first. I'll give Cheeto some time to just resurrect his soul because
Maybe talk to a therapist.
I don't know where it is. You got to find something, kid. Cheeto, we need you back. Where'd you go? I'll go first. I'll go first. You maybe say a prayer for your pick. You guys know what's good. 3-team, 7.5-point teaser. Here we go. I'm not going to take too much of your time here. Okay. 3 picks, 7.5-point teaser. First pick, Lions -1.5 at home, off a bye versus the Vikings. The Vikings, I guess JJ McCarthy's playing quarterback. I wasn't sure if that was actually the case. I know Carson Wentz is out for the year. I saw some reports of them maybe getting Kirk Cousins. They're all over the place. They're not a good team. Their defense isn't as good as I thought it was. The Eagles shredded them. And I forget who other teams shredded them. But I don't think the Vikings are very good. Lions at home are a juggernaut, -1.5. That is free. Second pick, I'm going back to the Steelers plus 10.5. Same exact line, different team, this time at home versus the Colts. Pretty simple. The Steelers got embarrassed last week, and I think this is the last week for Mike Tomlin until he's actually on the hot seat. I've been seeing some rumors and some tweets about saying like we're done with Mike Tomlin. Kind of like we're done with the 90s, we're done with the 80s, we're done with Mike Tomlin. I think this is his time to prove a point here. I think they're going to beat another Cheeto dust here. Steelers, Cheeto dust money line, but I got them at plus 10.5. That's my second pick at home again. I think they're going to bounce back. Lastly, I haven't bet on this team in a while. It's my dog. It's the Jags, plus 4.5 in Oakland. Never mind, in Las Vegas against the Raiders. Both teams coming off a bye, but the Raiders are not fighting for anything. That team sucks. No defense, no weapons. Genty's all right, but the Jags are fighting for something real. They had a bad last couple games in a terrible, awful schedule against the Chiefs, Rams, Seahawks. They just had their bye. I think Liam Cohen's going to get this team up right and get going. I got plus 4.5. So that is my 7.5-point 3-team teaser. I don't know if you guys have thoughts. I like it. I honestly don't love it just because the Jags, unfortunately, that game is going to be a close game, but there's just no way we lose by a field goal. But that is my pick. I'm curious what you guys think, or if you guys are just like, hey, Diamonds does
What was
this.
your first one?
Lions -1.5.
Lions minus, yeah, that's a lock. It's Steelers and Jags. Really like that. Raiders are bad. It's just the Colts. I think the Colts is a scary one.
Agreed.
They come out dog teams.
Yeah, that's the scary one. I mean, they are. I mean, they're like a generationally good offense and just destroying teams on all 3 faces. I hate saying it. I mean, it's unbelievable what we're watching that team do. I mean, Steichen was on the hot seat, like going into the year. Like he kind of was just with the handling of Anthony Richardson. It was just kind of what's going to happen with the nobody had any faith in the Colts, and it was like if they start off 1-5, he's probably gone. And that's you talk to any Colts fan, no matter how much of a super fan they are, any one of them is like they couldn't have imagined in their wildest dreams that
I
this
know we
would
got
be
a
the way.
I know we got a lot of Colts fans who are listeners of the show in
We
here.
sure do.
I think they are very overrated. If you want to look at their schedule and kind of giggle a little bit, besides the Broncos win, they've played some bad freaking teams. I think they're overrated.
What do good teams do though, Diamonds?
I mean, the Chiefs lost to the Jags. We all think it's hearsay. It's week 9 or week 8, whatever it is. I think the Colts they're 7-1. I think they're going to end up like I swear, I think they're going to end up like 11-7. Honest to God. Yeah, I don't think they're very good. I think they've had an easy schedule. Obviously, the offense looks great. The defense is pretty good.
Because for the listeners out there, we are putting clips out there. Can you just repeat that one more time?
The Colts are overrated.
You said one more thing. You said
the Colts are going to go. My prediction: the Colts are going to end the season 11-7.
He also said it's hearsay, and I don't know. I can't quite.
You heard it. You heard it here first. For the listeners out there, Diamonds Colts prediction 11-7.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, everyone's looking at the fancy bells and whistles of beating the Titans 42-14. They had one good game against the Broncos where they should have lost. They won. And also, if you guys think about it, have the Colts played an away game? Every single game is at Lucas Oil. I don't know how that's possible. They play home. They play on that damn stadium every single week. Now they're in Heinz
Field. We can go through their wins really quick.
Sure.
So they beat the Dolphins.
Yuck.
They beat the Titans.
Yuck.
They beat the Broncos.
Okay.
Lost to the Rams. Beat the Cardinals. They did beat the Chargers. They beat the Titans again.
They beat the
Chargers. So there's two good teams in there.
They beat the Chargers. I mean, it could be 2.5. I actually think the Broncos are pretty good. Yeah, I don't know.
Won that game.
Yeah. I think Water's just going to find his level with this team. I mean, this team's not going 14-3. We can agree with that.
No, I don't think so either. But I think
it's Daniel Jones. People have to remember it's Daniel Jones. Okay, I know he's playing great. The offense looks great. Jonathan Taylor has like 15 touchdowns in the last 4 games. Everyone's got to take a step back. It is Daniel Jones. Okay. Yep. And 7 weeks from now, when Water finds his level, I think it's going to be a 3-team. Oh, no. Colts definitely won the division. I think the Texans could make a run. I don't really love the Jags, but whatever. We're on the Colts too much right now. I think they're overrated. We'll see. We'll rediscuss this in 6 weeks. Cheeto, give me your Sunday night play, please.
Sunday night football, and I mean, you guys are right. I might be just. It's been just a whirlwind of a week, I've got my life savings on the Dodgers. This is a football pod, and I hope my loved ones didn't hear that. But if the Dodgers lose this World Series, it's over. It's over for me. It's over for the show. That's hearsay, as Diamonds would say. That's hearsay.
It's hearsay.
What we're gonna do this week?
No.
What we're gonna do this week, gentlemen, for our Sunday night get out of jail free card. I know that I've made enough money to put a kid through college on the under, but what we're gonna do this week is, and it is turned around a little bit, but life's too short to bet the under, and that's what I started realizing this week. I've started realizing this week that life really is too short to bet the under. I'm tired of it. This week we have the Washington Commanders playing at home against the Seattle Seahawks. We got Jaden Daniels back. We got Deebo Samuel back. We got Terry McLaurin back. You got a great Seahawks offense that has been struggling in the red zone a little bit, but against this Commanders team, I can't imagine that they're not going to score at least 25 points, probably eclipse 30. We got a 47.5 over-under. And it's going to be the first Sunday night football game. Actually, no, I think last week it did. But I just expect a lot of points. I think it's going to fireworks. I think Jaden Daniels is going to come out. He's going to look solid. I think Jackson Smith and Jigma is going to have a great game. I'm expecting it over this week, and I'm feeling pretty confident.
It was pretty good. It's the most confident thing he said all day, and I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm half here. I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't recognize you.
What do I do with my hands right now? I don't know. Anywho, all right, let's get into what we are all here for. For the listeners out there, I just want to reiterate: for the first time all year, Max went 2 for 3 on the lottery parlay. It was sickening because the first leg was the one that lost, and then we were just watching on Sunday. And what happened was the next 2 legs hit with ease. But if there was ever a sign of progress, this was it. If there was ever a sign of progress, a 2 for 3 on the Sunday night or on the Lotto parlay. It's the closest we've gotten as a pod. And I made a decision.
Where did Max go?
I don't know.
Max, are you with us, Bubs? Where'd you go? Oh, God. Oh, God. That is a bad
Are you guys talking about something?
That is a bad one. Oozing confidence, by the way.
Oh, hey, boys. Is it Lotto time?
I grabbed my beer, and I'm just sitting back. And I'm waiting for the show here.
Yep, me too.
Boys, boys. I'll tell you what, I gave a little speech last week where Leo, Cheeto, you asked me something about what would I say to the listeners that say I should dial it back. I went on some tangent, didn't really make a whole lot of sense, barely even English. I wanted to take a step back. Listeners, if you want to tail me. If you don't. Okay? We're here to have fun. We're here to make money. I haven't really come super close quite yet, but what I said at the beginning of the season still stands at the end of the season. It only takes one. Okay. So I put together a little presentation for y'all. But before we get there, I'm going to walk you through this week's picks. We're staying on the touchdowns because no one loves pressing buttons more than me. And to get to the lotto, you got to press a lot of buttons this week. So I'm going to start at the top. Thursday Night Football, Mark Andrews, anytime touchdown, plus 200. Bring us in to noon on Sunday. We got Amon-Ra and Rico Dowdle. That's plus 100 and plus 175. Next, we got Rashee Rice in the afternoon game, plus 105. Next, we got Bill Krosky Merritt, plus 120 in the Sunday night game. And then we're going to bring it home Monday night. Jake Ferguson on the Cowboys. No one likes white tight ends more than this guy. We're going Jake Ferguson, anytime touchdown, plus 230. And for the listeners, I'm sure you got lost there. I'm sure you're wondering, oh, did he say Jake Ferguson? Did he say Tucker Kraft? No. You know what? I'll tell you who I got. I got it pulled up right here for everybody. Take a look at that for me, fellas. That is this week's Lotto pick of the week. We got 6 guys, okay? 6 guys. 10 brings home 24.55, okay? And I really like this one because every single one of these guys on their own, I take and I'd run away with it. You bring them all together, you got a big pot of money just staring, waiting for you to come back on Monday night where we all sit around the campfire and we watch Jake Ferguson just poke one in, probably first for the Cowboys, and then we go dancing, guys. This is your Max Zemer lottery pick of the week, a 6-leg touchdown score parlay, and boy, does this look good. I mean, take a look at this and tell me which one doesn't hit. I'll wait.
Is that Rashi's mugshot?
I was going to say the same thing.
Is that what that is? is that what that is?
Max, did you go in the police report to find Rashee Rice's picture?
Hey, if I told you guys how long it took to make this, you wouldn't believe me. Okay, let me tell you that much.
That is
wild. Oh, it's so good though, Max. You got to hold on to this template. You got to hold on to this template.
I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, gorgeous template. I mean, that was gorgeous. That looked like a freaking straight out of DraftKings that you'd see on ESPN.
I want to make it easier for the listeners, guys out there. I don't do it for me. Obviously, there's a lot of money at stake here, but I do it for you guys. So if you're lost, go back, screenshot, and then you can find the picks yourself. I knew if I rattled through them, you'd lose them in a second. I'm going to start doing that more and more for the lottery picks. I feel like they get a little complicated, and I want to start adding a lot of picks in because I've realized what I've been doing is reaching and grabbing for these plus, 700s and putting four of
Yeah.
those together. And then every game's a nightmare and a sweat. These you can kind of just go and watch with a little bit of ease, knowing you could backdoor it in the fourth quarter. I got to be more creative. I think I'm leaning into the touchdowns too much, but I'm staying with it this week, and I'm really looking forward to watching this one come home because God knows I could use it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, what I loved about it, because what I wanted to say to the listeners, when we started talking about this pod, and boy, was there a lot of planning that went into it, talked about what would be a great lottery ticket segment. And we said, we don't want to see Max, with a 12-10 team parlay. And it's just like, we have this, and this, and the reasoning is it's so hard to keep track of. But when you put it on a display like that one, I mean, gosh, all they had to do is do a quick. Yeah, here it is.
Silver platter.
Here
You're
it
hand
is.
feeding them. You're
I
hand
mean,
feeding our
it's
guests.
perfect. I mean, oh, I love it. I bet you that I listened briefly, but I know to the time slots. Are those all kind of scattered through the week too?
Scattered. I love.
Yeah.
I don't like having seven in the noon games, and you got to battle back between six different games. No, you can watch the Thursday one hit. Kind of lock in for some of the noon ones, and then you got the afternoons. Granted, you gotta watch hard for every single slate because I got them all included there. But no, you can divvy them up. It's not unreasonable for two guys to score in the noon slate, one guy in the afternoon. Then you only have one touchdown in the last two games. That's how I like to do it. To each their own, but I'm really excited about this one. Put a lot of thought, more thought than I ever have into one of these picks, and I'm excited for it.
I love
I,
it. I love it.
I will.
Oh,
I will
no,
say. I will say this is a bet. This is you got to pace yourself if you bet this.
Hmm.
It's a marathon. You're gonna start at Thursday and you're gonna end Monday.
Hmm.
So
yeah,
that's a lot of hydration. That's a lot of you might need a couple naps. This is a bet that if you hit, it's gonna be earned. It's gonna
And,
be
and
earned.
and I'll say this right now, guys. If Mark Andrews doesn't score on Thursday night, I might be rethinking my segment.
Whoa.
Might be rethinking my segment.
all
Hey, I did
right.
the same thing earlier with the teasers.
Yeah, can't have another one of these where it's out before it even gets started. And I'll take it one step further. If Mark Andrews doesn't score and the other five guys do score, you might be looking for another co-host.
Okay, that's fair. I actually that is fair.
Yeah,
That is fair.
We're
I
not
don't know if
going
I
to
can take it anymore.
we're not like going to like a funeral though, are we? No, no. So much to
Oh,
live for.
oh,
No.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Hey,
Okay.
business for Papa D. Business for Papa Daniel.
Anything for the listeners.
All right. Let's keep it going here, gents. Let's keep
Mortal
it
time.
going. We got our teaser. We got our lottery pick. We got our first Sunday night football get out of jail free card over. Let's get into why everybody's here. Our Mortal Lock segment. You got Max sitting at a strong, like fucking 75% on the year. Diamonds at 50%. I'm at 50%.
This is
Let's
mortal.
build
This is
on something.
mortal and prop combined.
No. You're at 4-4. I'm at 4-4 on the moral.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you. Okay, I thought they were always combined. Okay.
Yeah. No, you're actually 5-3. I apologize. So I'm the only one sitting at 5. Okay. I'm again the loser.
That
Okay.
backfired, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, sure did. Sure
Yep.
did. Let's get into it. So, Mortal Lock segment. I'll let you guys take it away. You guys are the winners of the week. You guys tell me how you guys want to do this thing.
I can start it off. It looks like Max is cooking up something that I don't want to know about. I'll start off, and I'm actually taking a page out of Max's book. Last week he had the Jets and Bengals over, and almost verbatim he said, "I don't know why I like it, but I do." So I'm taking that line, and I'm going to the best game of the week this week, which is the Chiefs and Bills. You guys are thinking, is he going to go with the home team with the Bills? He's going to go with the away team with the Chiefs. I'm taking the total. And you guys are like, surely it's the over. It's probably the two best offenses in the league. Mm-mm. Welcome to the unders club. Under 52. Under 52. This game is going to decide who gets home field advantage in the AFC postseason. I think both teams, every single player is going to have their butt cheeks clenched the entire game, every single snap. It's going to feel like a playoff game. It's going to be pretty cold in Buffalo, like low 40s. I don't know. We might see some snow. I don't know. It could be high 30s. I think this is going to be just a defensive game. Chiefs defense has been great the last few weeks. They've had a couple bad teams they played against, but Chiefs defense is obviously good. I think the Bills defense is going to pick up for this game. They're going to be loud. I think it's going to be like a 24-17, 24-20. That's my prediction. I don't have a side. That's why I went with the total. And both teams, especially last week, both teams' offenses look so good. It's just hard to do that back-to-back weeks. I'm taking the under 52 in the Chiefs Bills game. And I kind of like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm so glad someone took something in this game. I mean, just the premier game of the weekend. I do have a prediction for the listeners out there. Feel pretty good about this one. I do believe the Chiefs are going to win this game. I don't have it as my mortal lock, but my prediction is that the Chiefs finally beat the Bills in the regular season,
Oh, I love it. Bills winning playoffs.
and then Bills win the playoff game. That's
Love it.
my prediction.
I hope you're
I
right.
think the Chiefs
God,
are
I
going
hope
to
you're
win
right.
this game. What?
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
Josh Allen's sake, I mean, how many times can a man go through the same thing?
oh God,
You know?
just yeah. I mean, I don't want to start the Josh Allen glazing train, but I do like him more than I like Patrick Mahomes. Let me say that much.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, just as a
I
guy.
Cheeto, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could take a bet on that where the Chiefs win this game and the Bills beat them in the playoffs. That'd be what, plus 2,000 maybe 20-1.
But you know they're going to meet again.
100%. I love that play so much. I mean, gun to my head, I'd probably take the Chiefs right now this game, and the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs at some point in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But anyways, I do love that shout out. And then who wants to go next? I don't know if someone wants to finish this segment or go next.
Mine's kind of boring. I looked at this one. This was one of those Cheeto we talked about earlier. Just kind of seeing the board, not understanding why these lines are placed. The Broncos are plus 1.5 underdogs against the Texans. Pat Surtain's out. Texans are starting to look a little better. I get that. I think the Broncos are a great football team. They should be 7-1 without that penalty against the Colts late in the game. Um, they have a great defense with or without him. I know Pat Surtain's the guy, but Broncos 1.5 noon in Houston. I just had a hard time understanding why they're underdogs here. If you want to elaborate on that, if I'm miss seeing this, but I think that is easy. Am I being trapped by
I know
Vegas here?
I know Cheeto had a similar thing last week with the Texans. If you want to elaborate on that, Bubs.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Diamonds talking to him, and I was just like, this makes zero sense. Why are the Niners not favored against the Texans? And it was just a bad matchup. Like, I mean, the Texans defense, whether we like it or not, is an elite defense.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I do think that Broncos defense matches up well against Stroud. I mean, they're going to get pressure on him. I don't hate it, but I do think Vegas is begging the Degens out there to go ahead and fade the Texans again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But on the
kind
other end of it,
looking
I can so see the Broncos winning. I do find that game to be a little bit of a coin flip, especially if Nico plays.
Yeah, there might be 17 points in this game. I'm looking at the Texans and the Broncos scores. Low balls.
The
Just
total is 40.
Yeah.
total's 40.
I was thinking about taking that under. That was one of the plays I was looking at, dude. I think it's gonna be like a 13-10, 17-13 game.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Like I said, Pat Surtain's out. I'm sticking on the Broncos regardless. I think they're gonna squeeze this one out. It's gonna be close, but that's my moral lock of the week. I felt like they should have been at least favored in this game in some capacity. Hey, who knows? Maybe they lose by one and we backdoor it here. That'd be fun.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be fun, Cheeto?
That would be great. You need a good Bo Nix game. You know,
Mhm.
I think this is a big who's got the bigger cojones, Bo Nix or CJ Stroud. And I think that's a coin flip going into the week. Who's gonna have a better week of practice type of deal, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll finish it out. I've got a pretty boring. I mean, we'll just roll right through to the Hard Rock, but we're gonna go with the Raiders +3 this week.
Oh, so now it's personal, huh? It's personal? You want to
No,
do this again?
I just like the Raiders.
Why? Why? Just tell me why.
Oh no.
Just coming off of a bye, you know that every single
Jags are
mother
coming off of a bye too.
Jags are coming off of a bye too, but Liam Cohen really how much does he know about a bye?
Yeah.
How much
Who's the
does he
Raiders
I
really
head
didn't think
coach?
about that.
What's that?
Who's the Raiders head coach?
It's that old guy. It's fucking
I know who it is, but I just
he's
need.
70
we all,
something
hey,
years
Diamonds, we
old.
all know who it is.
Yeah.
He's from the Seahawks. Oh,
Yeah, you got it.
So you know who it is. It's Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll. Yeah, Pete Carroll. He's been around. He's a rah guy, and I expect him to have a great week of practice. I think Ashton Gentry is going to literally take big old poopies all over your defense. And I do think Geno Smith has something to prove. What was his line? They forgot about me or something like that. What was that? Oh, I didn't write back. Anywho, I like how many people are going to be on the Jags in this game. I think the Jags will be in every single parlay that any fucking newbie to this thing called gambling will be on the Jags. And the Raiders looked terrible last time they played. They got absolutely boat raced. And so did the Jags. I just expect this to be a low scoring Max Crosby type of a game. I think Ashton Genty will have a good game. And really what it came down to for me was, when I take a look at a line and I just see what does Vegas want you to take here? And it just screamed the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to fall into that trap. I'm going to take the other side here. I'm going to go ahead and zig when everybody else zags. And we're going to take the Raiders +3. I would say sprinkle the money line, little Cheeto dust. Raiders money line. Give it to me. Raiders +3. It's the sharpest pick on the board, boys. It's the sharpest pick on the board.
Max, I know we're in a little time crunch, but I have a quick question for Max. Cheeto, I'd ask you, but you're clearly you're not the same Cheeto that we've known the last 9 weeks. Max, I know 2 weeks ago, Cheeto had an emotional bet with you with the Eagles and Vikings. And then last week, emotional bet with us with the Bills and the Panthers. At this point, can we even take him seriously? Is he just clickbaiting?
I think he's clickbaiting. Obviously, we want the views, but at this point, what are we doing anymore?
Cheeto content, man.
Diamonds, have any of those picks worked out for him? Or has he come back here scratching and clawing and asking for our forgiveness, and then he goes and does it again?
Raiders.
To be fair, the Eagles did beat the
stock.
Vikings. The Eagles did beat the Vikings,
Sure.
but like at some point, I mean, hey, dude, find a new slant. I think that the listeners might be tired. Oh, here goes Cheeto trying to start a fight. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. God forbid the Jags boat race the Raiders. Earful for you scheduled next week at this very same time. Let's go into the Hard Rock pick though.
What's going on, fellas?
I was gonna say, yeah, bring him in. Sam Stratman, bring him in.
Man,
I know you had an important business venture out there in Napa Valley last week. How was that?
It was good, man. But you know where I would rather have been was right here.
Yeah.
On the Cuz We Can podcast. Yeah, it was a good trip. Had some good quality time with the boss and met some clients. But we're back in the heartland where I belong. Is
that Jim Irsay and Daniel Jones behind you?
It is, yeah. It's
Indiana Jones.
It's a real photograph, actually. Hey, I gotta hear though. What was the little back and forth just there? What was the pick?
I took the Raiders +3 against the Jags.
And Diamonds is a big
sharpest. Hey, Sam, let me tell you, sharpest.
Those are fighting words. What'd you say?
Sharpest pick on the board.
Oh man, you think Geno's got that?
Geno's got that. Ashton Genty's got that. Max Crosby's got that.
He's putting US dollars on Geno Smith in the 2-5 Raiders. Think about that, Sam.
That's a slap in the face.
our boy Cheeto's getting desperate here, but go ahead. Nonetheless, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. We missed you last week. We want to hear from you. What do you got for us?
Yeah, Benny Z with the anytime or first touchdown. You should have just taken anytime. That was
he scored the
pick.
second.
Yep. Well, are you guys looking for more of a, similar to what we did 2 weeks ago where it was Colts and Jonathan Taylor anytime, Colts over? Or are you looking for more bang for your buck here?
What do you think, gents? I mean, we
I don't
got to
hate
get to
plus money.
1,000.
I don't hate plus money. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
not
like
gonna
some
put away.
juice in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm really liking a few things here. I think I might go with a little parlay. You guys,
Please.
that wouldn't offend anybody.
It doesn't offend it. It doesn't offend me one bit.
We just
All
took
right.
a first touchdown.
Let's keep it NFL. Although I love some college plays this week. I think the Big Ten's on a collision course for Indiana, Ohio State. I think they're both going to boat race this weekend. But I'm going to take those out.
Yep, NFL
only.
Seems
Love
like
a guy that
Indiana's
comes prepared.
live here.
I got a
three
three-teamer here.
All
It's
right.
two props and one side. It's going to be Colts money line at noon in Pittsburgh. That's a place where they've historically struggled, but I think this season is all about just breaking curses. They broke the week 1 14-year curse.
Mm-hmm.
Diamonds, I apologize, but I think they're going to get it done in Jacksonville this year. Break that 40-year curse.
We'll split.
Yeah, you guys can have the Lucas Oil game. I'm going to go Colts money line. I'm going to take the best tight end in football, Tyler Warren, 50+ yards.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to the 3:00 game of the day. I can't bring myself to take a side on it, but I'm going to take Rashee Rice, 70+ receiving yards. I think he's Mahomes' guy. I think that's going to be – that game reminds me a lot of the week 1, what was it, Bills-Ravens, just a shootout. Kind of feels like that's going to be a special on it at 3:30.
We're looking at plus 430 for this one.
Shit, I got to get on Hard Rock. I'm seeing 367.
Well,
You
he's
gotta get on Hard
got
Rock.
56.5.
Oh, what'd you say?
Oh, I took alternate receiving 50 yards. Do they offer that?
They sure do.
Oh,
Hey, Hard Rock offers everything.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Hard Rock here, so let's just keep it nice about them.
Kid in the candy shop.
Tyler Warren. I was also looking at Tyler Warren for my prop. I think he's gonna have a bounce back game this week against the
touchdown.
shitty
You're
ass.
thinking
Touchdown. I like his yards. He didn't have that many yards last week. They didn't need him because they won by 70.
he kind of took a somewhat of a hard fall. I think that dude's got maybe the hardest head in the league, but I think they kind of kept him out of a little caution there in that game. They didn't really need him against the Tetons.
Okay,
love it.
Wait, Max, what do we
Did you
want
put
to put
100 in that?
What are we putting on this?
Max, did I see $100 on that?
Wait, what?
Did you put $100 on that? 150. Okay, yeah.
Okay, you put 150.
Yeah. Well, we can thank Sam for the pick. That's 15,000.
Sam, I can't wait to see you next week.
Just park it right there, man.
Next week,
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
We're going to Vegas.
Yes, sir. I'll see you there.
Hey.
Last as always.
Gosh, class act, in and out, leaving us with some decisions to make though, fellas. What do we want to do here? Obviously, we're not doing the full balance or the full balance times 10. So what are we thinking?
I mean,
I was thinking 50. What does 50 get us?
50 pays out 230. We lose, we're back home, we're back square.
We're back square.
to 0 or like we got to
No,
No,
100.
we've still got 100.
Oh, 50 easy. Yes, 50.
This if we win this, we are really tracking to get somewhere. We'll be at just shy of 400.
I love it. 50.
50's in.
Yep.
Because then if we hit this, let me just talk real quick, gentlemen. If we hit this, I feel like we can do like a little. We'll see what he wants to do, but we could do like a little 2-teamer for 100.
Sure.
When we hit this.
When we hit this. Okay. Well, thanks for another edition of the 'Cause We Can podcast. Love the listeners out there. I'm sorry, little foggy between the ears. I just hate losing. Just hate losing. I'm glad Diamonds and Max could just really pick up my slack this week. But again, love the listeners out there. Thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out for the Instagram. The Instagram is popping. Okay. We're going to be posting on Sundays. We're going to be posting on Mondays. We're going to be posting on Saturdays. Okay. We're going to keep that inbox full. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And comment below, people. Comment below. We'll see you next week.